Guys, everything fish here. Figured I'd do an update video because I haven't done one in a while, and a good bit of stuff has happened with my tanks. So starting off with the 30 gallon, still got Ben. He's growing a little bit of his fins back, but he's still having a hard time. Good as always though, other than the fins, I guess. Got Sky, the blue Grommy. She's really getting bigger. She's starting to put on dominance in this tank. Probably second in charge, I'd say. And Sailfin Molly. Lots of personality. Loves the camera. Then I've got my two bronze Cories somewhere down here, if I can find them. They're probably hiding somewhere behind there. Well, they're in here. You get the point. Then I got Noog. He's still doing good. He's close to 4 inches now. He's getting gigantic. Easily the biggest and most dominant fish in this tank now. But you've noticed I don't have any of the penguin tetras. I did sadly lose them. I lost my last one the other day to some kind of disease. The other fish were picking off parts of them, so I had to euthanize them in an ice bath. That was sad, but there was really nothing I could do at that point. He lost most of his fins. And I also don't have Lucy, which was my expensive super red bristlenose pleco, because this guy right here, who likes to play dead laying on his side, but he's completely fine, don't let that fool you. He decided to eat her one night when I wasn't looking, and I didn't witness it, but I did notice the next morning that she was gone, the pleco, and he had a gigantic lump in his stomach. So put those two pieces together, and what do you get for a conclusion? Yeah, she was pretty small, but I had never thought she'd be able to fit in his mouth. Oh, there's one of my Cories. Yeah, I got overrun with algae now that there's nothing in here to eat it again. So I'm just going to keep manually cleaning it, because we're down to 6 fish now, and that's it. And I know some of them are going to get pretty big, but until then I need some more fish in here. So I did do one thing with my 30 gallon, this one and the 75. A few days ago I was having heat problems. The heat in this tank was 82 and it was set on 78. And I figured, hey, it's summer now, my house isn't going to go lower than 76, so I unplugged the heaters on both of those tanks, and they're pretty perfect temperature now. Let me check what it is now. Last time I checked it was 78 in here, 77. So perfect. I might actually get a native or two for in here, guys, because I am going to start mixing natives and tropicals, because I've fallen in love with natives. They're such awesome fish. If you've never kept them in tanks, go keep some U.S. natives. They're awesome. But I'm thinking something like a school of small shiners, or maybe just like a single orange-spotted sunfish to fill in some room and color in here. Need more movement, because that is not a very busy tank at all. But yeah, that's what's going on with the 30. Oh, one last thing. I have this plastic plant back in here because the Anacris was not doing good at all. I gave up, and I put it in something I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video. You'll see. I can't really say much more without ruining it, but it's not another tank though, so don't get worked up about that. The Anubias is dying, sadly, so once it's pretty much dead, probably put the other plastic plant back there, but I'm going to keep trying to grow as long as I can. And then the Java Fern, it's not doing bad, but it hasn't grown in months, so I don't know how much longer it's going to last. So I'd probably just go back to doing plastic plants in here, since I cannot grow plants for the heck of me. The life of me, guys. It is so hard. I don't know why in this tank, because my water is pristine pretty much. I've been doing water changes more than once a week, like every 5 days I've been doing a change. So I don't know why I can't grow plants. Maybe it's the lighting, because they are pretty dull. Right now I need a new bulb, but it also helps being that this is a mainly catfish tank at this point, that I can get my bumblebee to come out more because it's dimmer. So I might just leave it like this, do plastics. I don't know, I might try some native plants in my native tank. but I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see. Alright, so moving on. Here's the 75 gallon. Got a lot of rescaping done on this, as you can see. I got some Erie rocks that I brought home with me in here. Make kind of a double cave. My sailfin pleca really likes that. I also got a sponge filter in there. So I can get some bacteria built up in case I ever need to quarantine fish in that bin beside the tank again. Which I probably will be soon, not to ruin anything, but there's a little hint for you. Wink wink. But yeah, still got all the giant Danias are doing good. There's Frank and Ava, which I am considering getting rid of, giving to a friend of mine, because they're just way too aggressive and greedy when it comes to feeding time. They love to steal all the algae off my pleca, and I don't really want that, so might be getting rid of them soon. Possibly, I don't know yet. There's a fry. These 4 are doing so good. Gotta find somebody to take them. The ones in the fry tank have not grown for crap, though. I don't think they've put on any size in the last few weeks in the fry tank. These guys are getting bigger by the day, it seems like, though. Here's a good shot. But yeah. Then let me see if I can find my pleca. He's in here somewhere. Leo. He's doing good. Got him to eat cocktail shrimp. Finally he's eating something with shrimp pellets. Other than. He'll occasionally eat cocktail, but only now and then. I can't give it to him every day or he won't eat it, strangely enough. Which is very odd for a carnivorous catfish like him. So that's what's going on in here. Not much has changed. Like I said, I unplugged... That glare is terrible. I unplugged the heater in here too. It's running about 74.5, maybe 75 degrees in here now, which is perfect. That's right where I want it to be. Because it used to be, you touch a glass, it's warmer than the room temperature. Now it's colder. Because it's the same as the room temperature, but water is going to feel colder. Which is physics and stuff. Go look it up. I'm not explaining it to all you guys on this video. You know what I mean. That's what's going on in here. Okay, move on to the native tank. Here's a native tank. And I'm sorry I can't shoot it with lights on, but this bulb burnt out about a week ago and I haven't got a new one yet. So next video I'll be doing lights on in this tank, but yeah, that glare is terrible, but I can't really do much about it. And I want to get you guys some good footage, so here. Not to mention, I figured out the glass is cloudy on this tank because of mineral etching on the sides, which is pretty much, you can't reverse it, it's just stuck there. So I'm going to save up for a new 30 gallon, hopefully get one by the fall, or maybe even the end of the summer, because that is just hideous to look at with lights on. It's all cloudy glass, but I'll fix it soon enough. And there's a green sunfish, which I did figure out, pretty much positive, like 99% sure, that's a female. So the name Paulo wouldn't really make sense since that's male. So if you guys have any female name suggestions for a green sunfish, let me know in the comments below. There's Al. Wow, that is hard to see. A greenside darter. And there's a female greenside, which doesn't have a name, so there's another name suggestion for the female greenside. Leave it in the comments. And I figured out the darter's favorite food is just like common pond snails. So I dumped a bunch I got from the quarry while diving here the other day. And they just ate them all up except one gigantic one, which is... I don't want to ruin the surprise again. I'll show you guys at the end of the video. Same as the Anacris. But like I said, no, it's not another tank, so don't get your hopes up for that. Sponge filter's getting really dirty because they're such messy fish. But I am going to go to my local lake on Monday, hopefully catch a male green sunfish, because once I move the darters out, just a single female green sunfish wouldn't draw much attention to the tank, because while they do have some nice color, even the females, it's not near as colorful or as big as a male, so I am going to keep a pair in here, or I'm going to try to, and if they get too aggressive, which I know they could very well do, male might start picking on the female, then I'm just going to move her into my 75 gallon, since it's room temp as well. But hopefully they get along pretty well. So hopefully video coming Monday of a new green sunfish. I'm going to quarantine it for a week ahead of time, just to make sure there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, that's what's going on in here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like I said, I might put some native plants in here. Next time I go up to Erie, might grab a few, because I think there's hornwort up at Erie. Or something that looks like it, so I might just grab a bag full, take it home, jam it in the gravel, see how it does. Although with lights off in this tank, I might just hold off. Oh yeah, since the back of this tank doesn't really have a hood, I kind of covered this up so nobody would jump in. Do not look at that. That's, I don't want to get copyright sued or anything, but I got like a pack of pencils on top of this cardboard so it stays. I'll probably get sued or something because I flash it real quick. That's what's going on in here. Let's go to the fry tank. So last tank of this video, and my last tank. Got the Cutter Cichlid fry tank. Got algae all over the place growing in here, and when I tried to put a pleco in last time, it just died in a day from heater burn, so I'm not going to try that again. Then, like I said, these fry are really not growing. I'm feeding them twice a day like all my other fish, and I've really got the heat turned up. It's, what, 82 in this tank, I think. Where's the thermometer? Yeah, like 82 degrees in here, and they're still not growing. Hope I didn't like permanently stunt them or anything. They'll grow eventually, just getting difficult, but I need to find somebody to take them soon because I need to get the darters in here. It's going to turn this into a native tank like I've said before. Or I don't know if I said this on YouTube, but yeah, I am going to turn this into a native tank. I've told my friends that. Not much going on in here. Probably my most boring tank right now. Other than the cord sticking out up there, it should not be. That's fixed. So let's go to the surprise I kept saying. It's the end of the video. Out on my back deck, we got like a 20-gallon Rubbermaid bin. Probably about 15 gallons of water in it because there's holes on the side there. And that glare is terrible. But I've got that gigantic snail in there that my darters wouldn't eat. And then I've got 4 trapdoor snails that I bought just 2 days ago. My good local fish store. And then I've got the Anacris floating in here. It's actually doing way better out here with natural sunlight at the top level than it was inside. So that's good. Maybe if I can actually grow that for once. Be the first person to have luck with Anacris. Yeah, hopefully those trapdoors are going to breed for me, because I have them in here so they'll breed and I can get some food for my darters, because somebody told me that it wouldn't even be bad if I got them like 50 snails to eat a week. And I know trapdoors are pretty big, so that might not be the best decision for species in hindsight, but if they're too big, then I'll just get another type. It's a little cool thing out here. And that pretty much sums up the end of the video, so I'll see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.